What's going on, everybody? Rob here, AKA Trev23 with Abigale Gazda, one of our local, our hometown girls that is going to Vanlife. And she's, how long have you had this van for now?
I bought it in June, so that's 5 months. In fact, I put 5,000 miles on it in 5 months.
5,000 miles in 5 months. Now, she did hit the road, so I was unable to get the video in better weather because she was gone. Okay, now this is one thing that I don't want to forget about it, so I'm gonna say it first, but I had no idea she had that. What is that? Starlink internet.
That's the Elon Musk internet, where you can get it from basically anywhere at least in the country.
Now, how far have you been that you've used it and it was okay? Like
so
off-grid somewhere, like?
Yeah, I haven't gone as far off-grid as I'd like to yet. I went on a 3-week road trip to test all the things out. Now I'm back to do a few little items.
Okay.
But it's worked in Iowa, Upper Michigan, Wisconsin, so, but nowhere too dangerous just yet.
Okay. Now, have you tried the upload speed?
No, I don't.
No?
I don't know how to measure those.
You don't know?
I don't speak internet.
Oh, okay. No. Like when you upload a video, did it upload from there? Have you uploaded a video?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, yeah, because I have unlimited Wi-Fi on my phone, and I can't upload.
Yeah.
It won't upload from my phone.
Yeah. I have a Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone, and I do a lot of uploading from there too. I have unlimited for that. So I've got my phone data and then my Wi-Fi hotspot, and now this, because I plan on being off-grid first.
Yeah, she's like going off-grid. You know me and that little thing right there. I would go off-grid, but my wife won't, and she won't let me put a cassette toilet, but we're gonna get into her toilet over here.
Yeah.
Now, what year is this?
This is a 2022.
A 2022, and it's a Transit.
Yes, Ford Transit Cargo 250, and it is all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive.
Yep, I got it with 38 miles on it.
Oh, beautiful. So it's brand new. Did it have the window?
No, I installed the windows. I installed everything, so I can give you like a full breakdown. Because if we start over here, actually, so I installed the windows. I wasn't super great at applying the sealant, but whatever. This is the water port, so it has a fresh tank, also a city option, so I can do. In fact, let me grab. I love that we're out here in the rain. That actually. It's very fresh tank right there, and then you can put just a hose straight to this, and that allows you can bypass the tank system. And then right here is shore power, so while I'm at a campground.
That's what I didn't put in yet. My shore power cord comes out the back doors of my van underneath.
Yeah, and I wanted to do that, but I thought, oh, I'm gonna have to leave the door open or rig it. So I just wanted it to be plugged in.
That's awesome. That's one thing I do plan on doing to the big girl right there. Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Is that who inspired you? Oh
yeah, well, he definitely has. That's where I get my gypsy soul from, is my dad.
That van, everybody in the area loves everywhere he drives around in that van. That van is one of the most beautiful vans. It's a G20, right?
I think so.
Beautiful van. So either way, that's where she has her van spare from. Now me with this right here, I'm a grandfather and I love taking my grandkids everywhere.
So I can show you the back first. So the shore power overrides the battery, but I have a 200 amp lithium battery.
Oh man.
This is a little packed up because this is storage.
Yeah.
But these are all my little, this is like my utility closet essentially. So like a Coleman stove, I've got like a tire pump, just all the things that you need on the road, including an extra generator or battery. And so it's got the 200 amp lithium, it's got a 300 watt inverter, and then it's solar charged. So I have two 100 watt solars up top.
I didn't know you had that.
I do.
Oh my god, now I'm salivating. Okay, so now your 200 amp battery, what did you make it, or what battery is that?
No, this is all a Renogy system. So I bought the premium Renogy system, and I would recommend it. I really like Renogy as a company too because of their customer service. Yeah, because I had an issue. I had accidentally burnt the battery out, and they talked me through getting it all started back up.
My battery's burnt out right now, my 48 volt battery.
Yeah, I had to jump in. I have an inverter, and I'll tell you about that once we're inside. But yeah, so it charges from the solar, it charges from if the car's running, and it charges from shore power if I need to.
Now you installed the solar yourself?
I did, everything.
Oh
my dad, my dad is a contractor. He's a craftsman, really. My whole life he's been building. I've watched him, and he wanted to help, and I'm like, I want to do this myself. So there, a lot of this is myself, and then a lot of this is his support and guidance. And
Yeah. I see a lot of the projects your dad does. He does amazing.
Yes.
It's like not amazing, just contractor amazing
Right,
custom product.
Yeah,
and that is a fading trend. Everybody tries to buy something not handmade, not just let me put this up prefab somewhere. And he does amazing craftsmanship where she done.
This entire thing is from scratch.
Yeah.
So in fact, this is one of my favorite features is a pull-out table and bench. And so if I have guests,
my hinges would have been so far off.
Yeah, right.
If I would have done this, my hinges
It took a little while. So I built it so that it's a bench as well. So if
my God.
I want to chill out back, I can.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So it's be able to chill, but also you could end up with like 3 or 4 people. Outdoor cooking.
Outdoor cooking. Yeah.
And then back here.
The wind is not cooperating with us. I gotta edit the sound.
Oh, that's okay. And then this is a sport closet. So I have my golf clubs in here. This was specifically designed to fit my golf clubs. Everything else is just extra.
Okay, that's awesome. So
you'll see the water tank from the front, but this is also where the water tank is stored. So, you know, rollerblades. I also am a rock climber. That's why I want to be off the grid, because I love to hike and get out there. And then this is a really cool feature too. My friend Ms. Madsen, she actually took the extra material from my headboard that I originally made, and she made me curtains where the doors wouldn't
Now
fit.
You couldn't sew? Now
No.
that sounds male chauvinistic,
No.
but I sewed my own curtains for this right here.
I probably could, and I didn't want. That's not how I wanted to spend my time.
I sewed for this right here all the way around.
Yeah.
We went to Joann Fabrics,
Yeah.
and I sewed all my curtains. I made custom curtains for this van.
Yeah.
Now my back windows are tinted,
Yeah.
but you could see through them. But if we're off grid or I could be in a parking lot, and since the back windows are tinted, we put the black on the outside and the inside is white.
Yep.
So nobody can see through. And then I made a curtain to go across the front that sits behind the seats.
Yes.
So if you're passing by, you don't know people are actually sleeping or living in this van. And we got LED lights for the inside that even we did it at nighttime. We put the LED lights on and you cannot see us in this van right here.
Yes, that is a major feature, and that's why I actually had a van. I did a 5-month camper trip around the country in a camper in a Toyota Sequoia, and it was fun, and it was a little bit roomier, but you're not as discreet, so stealth is out the window.
Yeah.
You can't park in as many places. I can pull into a lot anywhere most days if I need to get some rest or just relax for a minute, and so this is just way more options.
Yeah. Now one thing also is, like she says, off grid, or even if you don't want to be off grid. I was telling her about the marina. We were supposed to be there today at the lakefront, but you see the wind's not cooperating. But I tell people you could get like a slip for a jet ski and put a jet ski there, and it's $500 for the season. Well, at this local marina, but there's outlets on the poles that you in the parking lot, and there's people that park their vans there and they live there all season long at the lakefront. So with the stealth, people do not know they're living in their van at the lakefront right there. But yes, it's totally possible. Now with this, my daughter was having a baby and she was in the hospital for a long time. So my van was actually parked because I could drive this in the what do you call it? Parking garage. And I put all the curtains up around there. I had my laptop with me. I have my little digital TV, and I was just in here because it was during COVID, so my wife's the only one that could be in there. And I lived in this for 2 days in the parking garage in the hospital, but over there I could go in to use the bathroom. Now she has a secret weapon better than mine. Now my wife will not let me get a cassette toilet. I tried to put a cassette toilet just to carry with us, and my wife said, I said, babe, just when you're driving, roll down the window, you'll be okay. she was not having that.
No. Okay, so we'll close this up. One other feature up here, this little hook is for a hammock, so I only need one tree at the forest.
That's awesome. See, now you don't have the trailer hitch, okay?
I do not.
Now here's this. I got the trailer hitch, but we pull a boat, okay? So this year we're going to be pulling the boat and shooting more video. But also I told my wife I wanted to buy it. Have you seen the hammocks from the trailer hitch? It's a trailer hitch that comes up and it has 2 hammocks that you can sit down right there.
I have seen that. Now this, I don't know what the original weight of it is, but it now weighs in at 8,200 pounds.
So you went ahead, go ahead and weigh it and everything.
I did. I found one in Michigan, so I was able to weigh it. and that's after the build and after all my possessions are in it. It's 8,200. And the max, the gross like max out weight is about 9,700. So I feel really good. It's like nicely heavy, like with the wind. And
I was gonna say, yeah,
because when I first bought it, it's a commercial van, and so it's not passenger on the van. It was just a big empty can, like no tearing seats out or anything like that. And I am on my YouTube, I'm doing like the whole van build, so if you go check that out, I'm gonna link that. Yeah, you can see like it just came empty. And yeah, it's fascinating. So it is a heavy build, but I'm happy with how much
you're under the weight that you could pull. Now
1,300 under.
What's your size gas tank and how much miles can you get? Do you know?
Great question. I'm getting 15 miles to the gallon right now, so as good as
that's
some
on
trucks.
Average. Yeah.
And I don't know the size of the gas tank.
You don't know the size of the gas tank?
I know it costs 80 to 90 to fill.
I tell everybody, I said it's the size of the gas tank and how much miles you can get per gas tank, because I got a 36-gallon gas tank, and I can get 417 miles on a full tank of gas. So I know what I could get on my full tank of gas, but it does cost me $100 or $102 to fill it up. But on our next trip, where I'm taking my wife's car, because she gets 30 miles per gallon, she has a 12-gallon gas tank, and she can get 436 miles on one tank of gas.
Isn't that
so
fun?
yeah. So I figured that out, and it's just finance-wise and economy-wise where we're going. So we're going to see family. We're not going to shoot as much video, so I don't need the whole van. We're not going to be off-grid. We're going to be staying with family. Okay, so this is a 6 or an 8? Do you know?
I think it's an 8.
You think it's an 8?
I'm not too sure.
You're not too sure? Okay. All right, so she has, now this was the storage over there. On the other side, we've seen the battery from the back.
Yep, so this is the bed. It's a full bed, 60 by 75 inches. I personally, I like to work from bed, so that I needed that to be comfy, cozy.
This is the difference. See the difference in the difference in height.
And this, so the van itself is 8'8". So I'm 5'9", and so maybe 6'4" as far as standing height. And so 75-inch bed. This is a headboard, and then over here a lot of people are like, oh, is that a TV? It's actually a mirror. It's acrylic mirror. I just haven't taken the film off yet. And I did that for 2 reasons. One, my work, I'm a life coach, and one of the things I tell people to do is mirror work, meaning look in the mirror and be with yourself. The other, so there's the emotional, business, professional part of it, but also, mirroring increases the size of a space. Like if you go to a store and they have a whole wall mirror, it's like a giant store. And so I thought it would increase the size, maybe act like a window, so when the back doors are open, it's actually going to reflect like forest and beach. And so to give it that extra effect.
That's pretty awesome. Now, is this insulated?
Yes, very insulated. The floor is insulated with 1-inch rigid foam board, and basically I did my best to not lose any space, meaning like these 4 inches mattered to me. You see a lot of van builds where they just frame it and close it, and like I just didn't want that because it's small enough. And so like these different areas behind the cabinets are insulated. Most of it's
one of the big things that people don't realize, one of the big things that people don't insulate, what she did is she insulated that floor
and the ceiling.
Well, with the floor is a big one, because people don't realize that floor is, if you're off grid, is going to be cold. And if your feet are cold when you're walking out there and you feel that, it's going to make a huge difference. So insulating the floor was a really good idea. And
if you're in Phoenix, Arizona, and that concrete is hot, it's like an oven.
Oh my god. See, I haven't gone that far yet. Okay, so how do you heat this?
I have a Mr. Buddy camping heater in the back. It's just on a little 1-pound propane tank.
I have that also.
I only have it you only need it for like an hour or 2. And also, my real strategy is not to be in cold weather.
She did say that she's going to be gone for the season's changing, and she's not going to be in here for the hometown people. Subscribe so you can follow her on her journey around. There's so much people that want it, and we were just talking about it. Before they used to tell you in school, there was a meme about it. If you don't go to school, you're gonna wind up in a van down by the river. Well, guess what? I mean, that's kind of where the peace and tranquility is now. Is in the van by the river, and a lot more people are living like that. But it was good that she got the van, because the people that are going overboard with the buses and the RVs are finding out it costs a lot more money to be able to store that RV, to park that RV, and a lot of places do not allow buses. So if you're converting a whole bus and going through that, good luck with trying to find a place to park that. And if you're not using it, you're going to have to pay to have it stored somewhere. So this right here is basically a regular van that she could be anywhere and you don't know. And there's somebody in the Walmart parking lot. I don't want to throw out what Walmart it is, but me and my wife see them every day or every time we go there. I told my wife, I says, they're boondockers. I says, and they're there, and it's just like this. It's just a regular commercial van.
Yep.
You know, and Walmart used to allow it. I don't know if you knew this.
Walmart, Cracker Barrel welcomes RVers.
Okay, and Bass Pro Shop and Cabela's.
Great.
But Walmart was limiting them. Yeah. Because there was somebody that got two boondockers got into a fight and somebody got shot. So Walmart says nah, but they would allow it because normally boondockers go into a Walmart to pick up stuff and to purchase stuff and to buy stuff. So that's pretty good. I am so in awe about your Renogy, and I didn't know you knew about Renogy because I got Renogy panels on my home. And I made my own home. And I made my own, but I didn't buy the battery. I made my own battery, and it's not working right now. So okay, so
it's working well. So let's see. We'll start at the front because I heard you talking about your curtains. So I just bought blackout curtains that wrap around on each chair. This one is the thickest and the whitest, so I just kind of put that one out. This one kind of mostly hides my little closet from the front. So that works out well, but I do have I've got the windshield and side panel, these expandable covers, because something I'm actually going to do probably today after you leave is install a swivel seat. So this front is going to turn around. My 3 weeks on the road, I thought, I don't need it, I'll eat here. But actually, this just adds to the size of the van.
It makes more room.
It does, and it's much more like a recliner. So I'm going to be putting a swivel seat on.
Oh, that's awesome. So you got to follow for that because I'm jealous about that already. And these make a huge difference. They do make you see. Okay, so here's my difference with you. See, you got white on this side. So I prefer the dark on this side.
Then it's
they can't see because you're incognito. When they walk past, they can't see in the van. But the white, not only that, at nighttime, your lights reflect off of that into the van, so it makes your van lighter on the inside. So when I sewn my own curtains, I sewn them purposely black on one side and white on the other side. So inside the van with the LED, it's lighter at nighttime in here, and nobody can see it from the front right there.
See, I could flip this, but I like the aesthetic of the blue, so that's the only reason. But yeah, so and then the front is got the it is a 2022 with like the tech package. And I mean, it's awesome because it's a brand new van.
Now this is one thing I don't know if she knows about this. With these big high top vans, we rented a high top van. And we took 15 people down to Florida. With these 4-wheel drive high top vans, the computer actually controls the brake. Okay, because when you're driving, it smooths out it uses a little bit, not to slam the brake, but it uses enough of it and enough of power to the tires to keep your van level. Now my van doesn't have this little one, so when we were on the road in a windy day in this high top van, it was so much smoother than my little van, just with that little technological feature they put in these big vans. So if you're looking for a van, that's a feature to look for. It's like a stabilization for when you're on a windy road.
They just released, Ford for 2023 is releasing the Ford Transit. There's a new name for it. It's not the Transit, it's the I'll look it up because they just, like, this weekend.
High top?
They're kind of taking advantage of the trend. They created a van that's more convertible. Because there is no right edges. There are right angles, nothing symmetrical. The build is so custom.
I'm looking at your cut right there. And you did it perfect.
Every single angle I could, I cut. And so, I'll continue to show you around because, like, but nothing.
Look at my boots. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I'm in boots too, and this is an outdoor van. So we'll start right here. This is the bathroom and closet. And so, I just created a little bit of storage. I am a minimalist. I've been one since like 2017 is when I first moved out to California. So this is as much as I actually have.
That's awesome.
It wasn't hard to.
I need to become a minimalist. I am trying. I'm a hobbyist. Okay, the opposite. So I have welding equipment. I have car frame equipment. I got electrical equipment. I got plumbing. And so it's hard for me to be a minimalist because I have 3 kids and I have 4 grandkids. Well, if they need something, I need something. So it's hard. So it's awesome that you're able to do this.
So in fact, literally last night, after probably 2 months of trouble, I got the water pump working. So I have to go I'm going to do some wire work today and the water pump will be back on. But this is the bat toilet. Now this is actually just a $70 camping toilet from Amazon, and my dad and I worked on it together and we rigged it. So this actually comes out it's designed to come out per its original design, but this is just epoxied.
Okay.
Yep, to PVC, so the drainage system. And so we left it removable just in case there's any leaks or needing to clean it or whatever. And so this is meant to be specifically a pee toilet only.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I'll use bags, or I'll use stores or restaurants or whatever when I need to. So this is intended to simply be liquid only. And this is, I did a sink sprayer just to be able to clean it easier and better.
And it goes down to a black water tank.
It goes to a gray water tank.
A gray
That's
water
why.
tank.
So gray is meant to be like liquid only.
Okay,
and then
I
black
see what you're
is
saying.
meant to be
Okay,
waste.
okay,
Yeah.
all
So
right.
that's why I decided to go with this, because I didn't want the complication of a black tank.
It's funny. So let me ask you this: you didn't go with a composting tank?
No.
Compost. Do you know what a composting is?
Yeah, with the you gotta. It's just, to me, one, it's more expensive. It's more work, and I know I've watched a lot of van lifers, and they say they wish they went with it. I'm willing to try this out, and we made it. It's very secure, but it's also very removable. So if I ever change my mind,
and this is something that van lifers don't talk about, but I'm not worried to talk about it. So me, with something like this, if it's 2 o'clock in the morning and I really had to use the bathroom and it wasn't just liquid, I would put a garbage bag in it.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, I would put a garbage bag in it, and then I'd just be able to throw the garbage bag.
Exactly. And so I don't mind that, and so that's the point, because I do a lot of outdoor stuff, and so mostly also being off the grid, you have other options too. So
yeah, and then with that composting one, and this, you may just find this awful, but me,
it's a lot of work.
I can't see sitting down when I just gotta pee, or like, you know, because you have to kind of really sit down to pee, otherwise you're gonna have it all over the place. But it has to go in the front of it, to the front part that you could take in with you anyway to dump out, and then you gotta swivel around the back part to make the compost. You know, so
it seemed like more work than I was interested in.
I completely agree with you on that.
I'm also very interested, like, I tend to be sensitive to smell, so if if it doesn't smell great in here, I'm not gonna enjoy it so much.
Now here's one thing with boaters. I don't know if you know this with boaters. Okay, let me tell you a boating story. So we were looking at our boat, and I wanted a bathroom in my boat. Okay, so through our, like, we do research, we got stuff. So when the boat's rocking like this, and you're like, oh, that's so romantic with your wife, and you hear the water under the boat, if you have a toilet in there, that's your black water tank that you hear
slushing.
That's your black water tank slushing. It's not the water underneath the boat slushing.
No.
So, and like she said about odor, with the black water tanks, they sell scent packets and they sell everything that you could put in them. But over the years, that black water tank, the plastic does absorb the smell. And you really do have to replace that black water tank. Even though you're flushing it and everything else and putting a scent packet, it's plastic, and it does absorb the odor.
And so this is one of the things that I got. Now this is meant for black tanks, but because I'm using the gray tank as a pee tank. These are enzymes that you would put in your tank to protect that, prevent some smell, but also more of like the long